Hello, my name is Vampy and welcome to the Sneaky Poopy video. Today we're going to be redesigning the Twilight Saga. Yeah. Now, this is not my first time doing a redesign. I have another channel that I completely ditched because it was really bad, okay? And I did some redesigns and they were all over the place. They were really just redesigning the visual and I never really redesigned the actual character, like their personality, storyline, things that happen in the story, so on. And this time I really want to do that because Twilight, I love it. I love you, Twilight, but there's some stuff in there that's a little not so good. Now I'm only going to be redesigning Jacob, Bella, and Edward because I could give a rat's ass about everyone else, okay? There's too many characters for my liking, and I'm not going to be redesigning all those characters because I don't have the time, yeah. I also plan on having this video be a little bit longer, okay? Or else I'm going to try to, I don't know. But because I want it to be longer, and also I want to discuss a lot of things about Twilight and change a lot of things, okay? So let's get into that stinky poo-poo mess. First off is the amazing yet stinky poo-poo Bella Swan. Now, one main thing that I don't like about her is that she is basically a Mary Sue. If you don't know what a Mary Sue is, it means or is a character that is absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong about this character. Oh, she's smart. She's so beautiful. Everyone wants to date her. Oh, the main character is in love with her. Everyone's obsessed with her. And that is the one thing we're going to be changing. We're going to do the complete opposite. She's going to be the freaking weird kid, okay? She's gonna be that little crusty kid that's obsessed with vampires and tries to make everyone else think that they're tries to convince people that vampires are real, and she does mega research to the point where she doesn't even do her work. She is failing. She's not even that smart. Well, she is that smart. She just is too focused on vampires to actually do her work. Now, one thing I am a little bit nervous about this is that I am not that big into romance, okay? I like reading and stuff, but I've never written my own romance because no. So my idea for this is that she is going to be basically like Marinette Dupenchang from Miraculous Ladybug. Now, hear me out, sit your little tushy down before you start yelling at me, which probably not, because I'm going to cry if you yell at me, but siéntate, por favor. Here is how she's going to be like Marinette. She is going to be kind of obsessed with Edward, in a way, because he's a vampire, and she's obsessed with vampires, and she's done so much research, she can spot a vampire, okay? And also, I'm going to make it so everybody else, it's going to be the complete opposite, okay? Everybody thinks he is completely normal, okay? Because sure, his ears are a little pointy, but people's ears are pointy. And sure, his canines are just extremely sharp, but people's canines are sharp. I mean, my canines are sharp. So yeah, people think he is completely normal, but she's like, wait, guys, he's a bloody vampire. And they think she's even more weird for that, okay? So I think the whole entire time she is just nagging him on. Like, I know what you are, and you don't get to hide from me. And he thinks she's weird, but in a way, he likes that about her. That she keeps on annoying him, and that she's actually figured it out because everyone else is fucking stupid. Okay, so they then become friends, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm a freaking vampire." She's like, "Hell yeah, I fucking knew it." If you cannot tell already, I'm great at storytelling. I don't care what you say. I'm the best. Now, I'm making this on a Wednesday. Actually, no, it's Thursday now. It's 12 o'clock at night. Oh my god, I love my life. But I don't know what her relationship with Jacob is going to be like. I already kind of had an idea, but I'm not going to say anything about the relationship yet until it gets to the redesign of it, because I'm going to be doing his redesign later this week. So then maybe by that time, I'll have like a good story in my little tiny brain. But we're going to be talking about her design now. I love it. I want her to look crusty. I want her to look like she would yap at you for hours about vampires, okay? And, actually, I lied. One thing about that has Jacob to do with this is that necklace You see how it's kind of like a moon? Well, Jacob, he had to leave for a little bit. And she was like, no, Jacob, don't leave me. You're my only friend, because she's fucking weird. So he goes, it's okay, baby girl. You can have this necklace of mine. So she always wears that necklace. And also, the one thing that I love is her sweater. It's supposed to be baggy because I would think she'd be slightly insecure. Because when I actually started drawing her, she's a little bit chubby. And I love that about her because I don't want her to be a Mary Sue. I want her to be weird and imperfect because that's perfect. Okay. And also, if you could see, I tried to make it green, look like Dookie Poo Poo. Did not like that. Okay. Did not like that. I also love it how she looks tired. Okay. And in a way, her messy hair is kind of the charming part of her. Okay. That people would still like her, but just not really in a crush way, or maybe they get to know her first and go, oh, she's not that bad. And I would love that about her, okay? You know what? That's going to be about her because this is my design. My design. I kind of forgot about that.
I know, yeah. False alarm, I guess.
I've held her once.
Edward, you have to trust me.
You imprinted on my daughter?
You don't have to do this to each other.
Okay, so this is random and it has nothing to do with Twilight, but yesterday I donated my blood and I had to go home early from school because I got extremely lightheaded to the point I almost passed out, and I'm still feeling a little loopy from it, you know? And, yeah, I'm okay, yeah. Anyways, let's get on to Edward's design. One thing I must say is that I am Team Edward. I mean, look at this man. I love him. I don't really like his personality, Edward in general, but his design, like how he looks, yummylicious. But there are, of course, some things about him that I think are just weird, okay? There is this whole entire book of Edward's perspective and the point where he smells Bella. Oh my god. It's no, that's not how I want Edward at all. He's going to be nothing like that, okay? So let's get into what his personality is going to be like in my redesign. Okay, so he is going to be the type of character that is cold, okay? He is cold. Oh my god, I know, it's so hot, right? But when he meets Bella, she is this weird, chaotic girl who just keeps on following her around, and he keeps on trying to push her away by being cold. And that's what usually happens. People usually just leave him alone because he is a cold, even though he's pretty attractive, okay? But people respect him that he wants to be alone. But she just keeps on pushing and pushing and pushing. And that makes, okay, hold on. Let me find the words in my mind for this. Over time, she warms him up, okay? He starts to warm up. He starts to actually talk to her more, blah, blah, blah. Then they become actual friends, okay? They don't immediately, I'm not going to make it so they immediately, like, Bella falls in love. She's just very interested in this guy. And she wants to get to know more about him because he's so mysterious. He's a freaking vampire, okay? He's supposed to be mysterious. So she's interested in him. Not romantically, okay? Get that in your brain. Not romantically yet, okay? This is more like a friends to lovers. Oh my god, friends to lovers, okay. But then I'm going to make it so he is the one that first falls in love. And then he, like, asks her out a date on or something. I don't know. But I really like that idea. Wait, let me think about that more. Now, his relationship with Jacob, I feel like the vampires and the werewolves are still going to be enemies because I don't know what else to do with that, so I'm just going to keep it that way. Because I really like that. But I feel like they don't really talk, they never talk to each other, but they have to start talking to each other because of Bella, okay? They both love her, okay? They're both in love with her. And they have to then start acting like they get along for Bella. And I love when that happens, when characters that are enemies, but they have to seem like they get along because of one character. Oh my god! Also, one thing I just remembered is that one scene when they are like getting freaky and stuff. No, that's not gonna happen. That's disgusting. I also don't want it so they have a freaking kid, okay? That's just freaking weird, okay? I did not like that at all. That was just so confusing to me. And I just find that a little gross. And also, why did that kid in that movie look so freaking weird? She looked so fake. I hated that. I looked at her and I thought to myself, what the bloody hell is that? It's a fucking alien. She looks like an alien, okay? But let's get on to his like design, what he looks like. The colors were a little hard, especially for the outfit. I had to go to my amazing yummy Pinterest again. Love you, Pinterest. They should like sponsor me. I talk about Pinterest so much because I love it. But the colors were so hard, so I had to go to Pinterest and I looked up dark academia outfits, but his style isn't really dark academia. I would say he just wants to wear things that are number one comfortable, but also look sophisticated because he's like 104 years old, okay? I think he knows what fashion is. Except I think I made his fashion style pretty bad, especially with the um um one with the brown striped shirt. That looks like caca shit. But I want him to be more sophisticated when it comes to clothing. He doesn't wear clothes just to wear clothes. Unlike Bella, she just freaking throws shit on, okay? I like that about him, how she's kind of chaotic and messy, and he is more distinguished, distinguished gentleman, the way I love him. Also, that font is literally perfect for him. I'm in love with that font. It literally screams Edward!
Chance to introduce myself last week. I'm Edward Cullen. Do you mind if I look?
We only survive on the blood of animals, but it's like a human only living on. Wouldn't be like drinking your blood, for instance.
It's the one place we don't have to hide. I told him not to do this.
This is kind of random and you probably don't care, but I went on a date with my boyfriend on Friday night, and it was pretty swaggeroni. Pretty swaggeroni, bro. This is my mom. We're gonna see if she's Team Edward or Team Jacob. Edward. Yeah! Okay, this is my sister. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if she's Team Edward or Team Jacob. Jacob. Okay, so if you cannot hear my voice, I have a really bad stuffy nose, and I don't feel good. So I've had a big artist block, and I haven't been able to finish the Jacob drawing. I mean, I finished the one if it's just like, his bust, but I haven't been able to make the full body one, so I might just make it so Jacob, it's just his bust, because I cannot. I don't even know what type of outfit to give him. I just can't, bro. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Okay, so you know how I'm Team Edward, and I used to think that Jacob was just kind of like, I did not like him at all. But making this video and seeing, like, I had to look at pictures of him on Pinterest for reference. Holy shit, that man is hot, okay? But I'm still Team Edward, don't get the wrong idea. But let's just get into how he will be in my redesign. Now, I don't have much time to talk about it because since it's only the bust, I made it so the speed paint is faster, okay? So, that necklace, Bella and Jacob have the same one because when they were children, he gave them, oh my god. Sorry, that's my alarm. He gave them to he gave her one because they didn't want to be far apart. Okay, now, he definitely has a crush on Bella, but not the same way as Edward does. I would say, one, if they ever got into an argument, Edward and Jacob, it would be that Edward barely knows anything about Bella. He just really likes her personality in the way that she is. While Jacob, on the other hand, knows every little thing about her. I mean, every single little thing. And it's a little weird, but, Edward is weirder. So we love them both. And also, one thing I have to say is, what the fuck was him with long hair? That was ugly. I gave him medium hair because though I do love Jacob with short hair. I want it to be in the middle because, you know, he could put it up in a ponytail. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of hot. So I find him, I think he would be very, very strong, which of course he would be because he's a werewolf. But also, that's reminding me of something. Okay, so werewolves and vampires kind of have the same ears, okay? Except vampires are slightly more curved in this universe. So don't ever say that his ears look like a vampire.
Filling out, Bella. You know, it wouldn't seem so drastic if we hung out more. I was just buying a part for the rep. Take a ride when it's done.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I know what he did to you.
I would never, ever do that.
If you enjoyed this crusty video, I'm happy you did. If you want to, make sure to like, make sure to like, so that I know if you guys actually like these type of videos, because I love doing redesigns. I wished this video didn't take as long as it did, but it did. And I really want to make more. So, yeah. I hope you have a great day or night. Yeah, bye.